morning. My name is Ethan. Will be interviewing them as the head chef.
Farhan, and I'm the HR director.
I am Muhammad and I will be the interview.
Nova will be the deputy.
Sorry, your name?
Nova.
That interview. That interview.
Come in. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Let us introduce ourselves. I'm Farhan and I'm the HR director.
I'm Ethan. I'm the head chef.
Please take a seat. So once again, good afternoon and welcome to both of you. Thank you for joining us today in this interview for the grill chef position. So let's get straight to the point. We're gonna ask you some questions, and I want Novan to answer it first, and then continued by Nova. So first of all, please introduce yourself and tell us why, what makes you, what inspires you to be a grill chef.
Firstly, my name is Inovan and I have over 8 years experience in culinary industry, specializing on grill and oven flame techniques. This began when I was in childhood. I was helping my father with a family barbecue, and then I continued my skills as training and also working in high-end restaurants. I focus on grill and oven flame techniques because it would help me to grow more on my culinary industry.
Okay, my name is Nova. I like grilling meat, and I've been working at several restaurants and burger store. Yeah,
Okay, so what do you know about the J.W. Marriott's culinary philosophy, and how do you see yourself contributing to it?
So I see that J.W. Marriott was focusing on precise timing and also refined presentation and exceptional service aligned with my own culinary philosophy. So I will contribute by elevating the grill section through the more great flavor and also the precise timing. And lastly, it will help grow through by using the creative flavor of the flavor.
for me, I'm interested in the philosophy, but I think just make the customer happy and I just do my work.
So, how do you ensure you meet both individual performance and team goals during your service?
So I will ensure that I have zero communication and also teamwork with my team. I will always communicate with my team to ensure that we have the same goals and values to ensure smooth service and also perfect timing and teaching preparation.
Okay, for me, I like work alone and I like teamwork together.
What kind of kitchen culture or team dynamics that help you perform your best?
So the team dynamic that can help me to make it more better, I think it was the teamwork. I like to work with the team, so I always use clear communication with my team, information, all the orders and the kitchen preparation will set
sticky, and how do you implement them on your work?
So I will focusing by identifying the critical control point, setting limits, maintaining procedure, and also keeping it real. This includes in checking the storage temperature to prevent it from cross contamination.
Can you explain the cureness HTTP? Okay, so can you explain the difference between dry rubs and marinades and when the blend are being made?
I've always used the dry rub for fast cooking methods. For example, like steak, or make a flavorful of crust. And I also use marinades to use for uppercuts, for example, like chicken thighs, for make sure that the flavor will get deeper over the time.
For me, I use both of it, dry rubs and marinades, and for me it's the same, and I use it wherever in the kitchen.
Tell me about the time where you have multiple grill orders in a fully busy dinner service. How do you manage the pressure and maintain the quality of the food?
So I once get a Saturday packed dinner, so I have to make 20 grill orders, and I'll always double check the orders, and I have to go to the kitchen and back to the front desk to make sure that I will have a clear communication with my teammates, and then I closely spoke to my team to ensure that the steak was roasted before lighting. And after all of that service, it went really smooth and we get great feedback, and it was making the restaurant getting more good reviews on every social media and internet.
For me, I just grill the meat, and if there's mistake like overcook or something else, yeah, I will cook again.
Can you describe a situation where you make a mistake during the service and how do you handle it?
So I once overcooked VIP guest steaks, and after that, I straight called the head chef and reminded quickly, and also I apologized for my mistake. After that, I was putting double check orders and also put a more strict timing in my preparation and making to prevent it from happening again in the future.
For me, if I cook this thing and the customer complain, I will I will ask to the customer if they want to replace this thing or
What should you do when a fellow chef is ignoring the hygiene protocols during the busy service?
I really remind them of the hygienist protocol, and also if it still continue, I will straight report it to the head chef for make sure that the protocol will always use in the kitchen, and also keep the kitchen even if it's in during busy services.
For me, it's the chef leader responsibility and everybody.
Okay, how would you handle an order ticket mistake that was clearly not your fault but caused a delay in your delivery?
I will go straight to the service staff because it was their responsible, and after that I will fix the issue, and after all of that I will next time I will double check the orders and always make sure that the food is right before
Can you tell me why should we choose you over other candidates for this grill chef position?
Yeah, so I put myself in the precise timing and always constant flavor when making all my food. And I always put a gas heavily and experience in my total. So I am confident that I'll contribute in both of this kitchen and also customer services.
For me, I grew meat for a long time, and if you hire me, I just need my.
Okay, so for the last question, what are your long-term career goals and how does this role at JW Marriott fit into?
So my goal is to be a leader chef, and especially being an executive career chef. By working at JW Marriott, it can help me grow my wings more bigger, and it can make me go into an international career and also a restaurant that will help by the environment.
For me, I want high salary, and if the salary is, if I'm okay with the salary, I will stay.
Okay, so that concludes our interview for today. Thanks for your time. We appreciate your interest in this role and in this firm. Our team will carefully review your application. We'll be in touch to inform you at any step. Thank you.
Don't stop us. Any question? Okay, that candidate, how did you play this role? I mean, how did you play that candidate role?
I had celebration with a few words, and my gesturing, like I cannot.
That's all. Okay. Question for interviewers. So you have asked a few questions on hygiene protocol. Why do you think it is an important question to be asked, like, I mean, more times than the other question in this, for this role?
Because the hygiene is very important in restaurants, because the customers are going to consume it, and if something bad happens, it will be our responsibility.
Okay, continuing the protocol, hygiene protocol question for another interviewer. So what is your, I mean, in your script or in your rationale, what is the best way to ensure that the hygiene protocol is communicated to this interviewer and to this interviewee and also other employees?
So our point of asking this question is to make sure our applicants know that our hotel has high standards of hygiene protocol, and we really care about hygiene protocol.
Yeah, so I mean, when they are going to start their work, so how are you ensuring that the communication is there to communicate the protocols?
I'm sorry, I don't get your question.
Okay, for hygiene protocol, right? Because you have seen it as a very important question and aspect for this role. So in that case, how do you want to communicate the protocol to your applicants and also to your employees?
Our employees will be doing the protocols regularly. We'll always remind them, as the head chef, I will always remind them to
previous restaurant.